Hello there people and comic book fans alike. You know, sometimes when you just read a comic you're just like blown away by it. You reread it like a couple of times. I've had one of those issues. That issue is Justice League 24, a Forever Evil tie-in. Oh my god, this was a really good issue and a really good tie-in. The issue is mostly focusing on Ultraman, and we get a little bit of his origin and then a bit, a lot that happens in the present and what he's exactly doing, because when he arrives in Forever Evil, obviously you see him in the first issue, he did some stuff, but then in the second issue you don't see him doing that much. This is all dedicated to him, and what he decides to go and sees this Earth's Jimmy and Lois Lane. A little sort of known fact to say is that Lois Lane in Earth 3, or their world, is actually Superwoman, so that's actually quite surprising. He even says it, and apparently Jimmy was a lot, stronger and fierce in their world as well, whereas Jimmy in this one is a bit weak and is a photographer. But what I like is the fact of how the artwork and the story is just done so well. It's written well, it's done, the artwork's just fantastic. And also, one thing I like is we get an explanation to why Grid is part of the Crime Syndicate, even though he wasn't part of that universe. And we get a little understanding of a bit of more of Grid, which I think is really cool. I think he's going to play a big part. And the last, when Jimmy Olsen sends off his sort of Superman watch, obviously Superman's not around, who answers the call? Not going to spoil it for you. You might have sort of guessed, but I'll tell you, this was a better matchup than what a lot of people would rather see in a whole sort of Superman versus kind of battle. The other thing I want to say is obviously the front cover. Right now, when the Solstice came out, we didn't know exactly what the cover was going to look like. All it said was that Justice League is dead, the world is ours. This cover is just the mirror of the first reboot issue of the Justice League, except for the fact that Aquaman is replaced with Deathstorm and that. But other than that, it's kind of it's strictly identical. If you put them side by side, it's just identical as hell. That I completely love. I think that was really good. I'm honestly going to say that this was, to me, a really good tie-in. This is what a tie-in really should be. It should be something that's not focused on the main plot of the main sort of story, but it's a bit of a side story that paints a bigger picture. The only problem is that they say that this sort of battle that happened continues in Forever Evil 3, which is a bit of a snag, I think. But other than that, this was just a perfect issue. And with all the singing and praises I have given this issue, I am giving this the top marks of 5 out of 5. What do you guys honestly think of this? Do you think Forever Evil is one of DC's best events that they've done since the whole reboot? I don't know, they're only 2 issues in, and there's a few events that they've done. But what I like about this issue a lot is everything I've said, and the fact that it's just done really well. But what do you guys think of it? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Are you loving Forever Evil right now, or are you hating it right now? Let me know, sounds interesting. And with all that further ado, I will see you guys later, and bye bye.